I'm back with another episode of MyNBA2k18, and before we go any further, I would like to say a big thank you to everyone who has supported the channel, either by messaging me in-game or directly on the channel. Thank you for the support. Also, thank you for the requests and support for joining the team. However, for the moment, we're going to see how the latest event, King of the Court, goes before we make any changes. So I will keep everyone updated, I promise you, with that moving forward. But for now, this main video is going to be about King of the Court. Now, I did claim a playoff reward recently, and it was a Brook Lopez. I came second, elite card. It was the undercard in the recent RC event, which I didn't get, so that was a bit of a troll because I finished above, so I'm not too worried about not getting it because I've got that Alonzo Ball Pro, which I can come and show you guys now, in fact. But yeah, that is the card I got. So I claimed it off camera, and I'm trying to wait to get into a new season or a new playoff because I want to try and roll out some elite cards when we get into those finals. Here's that Alonzo Ball card there, maxed out, pretty sweet. I wouldn't say they're the best images ever, but in terms of stats wise, yeah, really good. Nice set, base stat of playmaking, 1605, helping the team out there. So that is what we are running. Willie Wright, how's it going, dude? And let's come back in and now have a look at King of the Court. So before we go into King of the Court, in fact, let's just dive right in and we'll deal with everything as we get there. So first of all, let's actually find out what King of the Court is, okay? So for the benefit of those who haven't played before, you have to work your way up a pyramid to the very top by defeating opponents. You get game nights, so each time you use a game night to play the event, it will remove from your total, and it takes 15 minutes to replenish one. You defeat your opponents by having a greater points value than your opponent on a particular ability. You pick a person, then you pick the person who you want to face on the tier you're on, and as you move up the tiers, there'll be less opponents to face, and it will tell you on the side what the possible combinations or the possible ability will be. Sometimes it'll be two, sometimes it'll be one, and you have to pick your people respectively. Reach the top, you get double points, and that is key, okay? Double points. The key to this event is getting towards the top of the pyramid, not getting double the personal points for hot streaks, okay? Yes, playing the times 2 matches, which you will see are important for trying to accumulate as many points as possible, but they are not as important as making the top of the pyramid. So you get personal points to go up in your rank, and they also go up in your team rank. Now, let's come into the game and see what that actually equates like. You have a lineup where they'll pick 15 cards. Now at the moment, I'm kind of using my best 15 cards because it's working. Idea here is I've got a couple of elite pros, a few epic prime pros, and a load of elite singles. So now if you were, for example, in epic tier, it would work out. These would all be epic singles. You'd probably have an ultra rare pro or two here, and then you'd have a couple of epic pros up here. You might have an epic prime single or two in there as well. But it's something like that. You get the idea. So the tier you're in, load of singles, couple of pros from the tier below you, and then maybe a pro or two for the tier you're in, or a single or two from the tier above the tier you're currently playing in. So I could, what they call, sandbag this a bit, which is remove a couple of these cards and put in some lower, weaker cards. But if the tactic works that you can use the majority of your strongest cards, I prefer to do that, and I'll show you why. Yes, you could remove 3 of these cards, for example, and put in commons, reduce my overall tier level, and hopefully come up against weaker opponents. But I'm going to show you why I prefer not to do that if I can. So when we go into the game, let's see what the actual gameplay looks like. Now I do want to note, it is worth noting anyway, that some people have been quite vocal as in not liking this mode of the game, which is completely fine. They don't like this event. Cool. I think the event is good. The reason why I think it is good is because the game is new and it's fresh, and you can get the event cards and rewards in this mode without having to have the best deck in the game. Okay, it was exactly the same as the Rivals Clash. It's kind of irrelevant of the deck or the tier you're currently in. You can still participate in the event to the maximum and get the best rewards. So they're trying to let people build decks before they release the what's probably going to be Road to the Championship. That's the theory. In WWE Supercard, they'd released their Road to Glory, which is the same idea, in the second week. And for a lot of people, you're spending a lot of money on packs, and it's very, very hard to get a team capable of grinding to the top, because that event is the hardest to get the top rewards. So, back to King of the Court. You can see here I've got 5 people to pick from. I have to pick my card first, then I pick my opponent. It tells you what the 2 matches could be. It could be defense and playmaking or offense and playmaking. I have 2 supports and my cards. So I'm going to try and do the ×2 here because I reckon I can win this. It is the most important to get to the top. Playmaking comes up twice. I'm going to pick someone who's got a good playmaking ability. Here we go, Williams can do that. He's then got defense and offense. He's better in offense and he's better in defense. So this is a guaranteed win, unless this is it Booker? Yeah, unless he procs in a stat that gives him the win. But the majority of the time, that will be the win for you. So we go into tier 2. Same idea again. Offense is going to be the thing that we are looking at the most. We don't really want to be playing these elite pros because we don't use Alonzo Ball yet. So we can come up against this Kemba Walker. Offense is pretty good. I'll use my Rudy Gobert card because he beats him in everything as he's a foil card. So having single foils in this can help you massively. Okay, so do remember that single foils pretty key for winning some of these matchups. Come defense and playmaking. So just for the sake of it, Kemba Walker same on that, just a bit less on the playmaking. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the guaranteed win over here, and that's going to leave us two levels to go with 3 people. So as you can see, the game gives you an extra person if you win every match, which means you can afford to lose one matchup. And I will see if I can lose this matchup with Kemba Walker here to show you what I mean. You can afford to lose a matchup because you'll be able to use a second card to play. So here Kemba Walker lost, but all his stats were reduced, or deducted, that's a better word, deducted from the opponent's stats to leave him 23 and 5 for his defense and playmaking respectively, which means this is going to be an easy win because any card within reason the game will be able to beat this card. Now that leaves me just one choice for the last match, which is Lonzo Ball. Now the idea you try to leave yourself 2 choices for the last match is just so you can pretty much almost guarantee you will win, especially if say a pro of the tier you're in comes up. So going for those 2 times point matches is important if you can do it fairly certainly. You could feel free to use your supports in it. If not, take the safe option, get to the top of the pyramid. At the end of the game, if you get to the top of the pyramid as well, you will be rewarded with 10 picks. Now that's another really big benefit of this game mode. 10 picks is huge to help you go through and collect those cards, try and get those resets, everything like that. As you notice, I'm an Elite Plus still, so you would pick from your tier of your quick game and your head-to-head. You will not pick from the tier of your King of the Court. So bear that in mind. You can play in a weaker tier and still get picks from your quick game board. Once again, you can put up a lineup weaker than your quick game tier and still pick your rewards at the end from your quick game boards. Okay, so do not have to put all your best cards in. It just happens to work for me, but you want to try and have like a balanced deck. That's the method I would go for rather than going for the sandbagging. Oops, sorry, bear with me a second, I'm just smashing the gaff up here. Okay, so as we plays one, I'll plays one through a bit quicker, see if I can still explain it while I'm doing it. Bottom tier, straight away, we've got a 2 times match in a card I can beat. Defense and offense. So offense is pretty important. We're going to use the the elite foil. It's a guaranteed win. We don't use the boost to get it. Move into the next tier. We like something similar again. Okay, we've got the same idea, so we use Rudy Gobert. Here's an epic foil, so I don't need to look at his stats. I know he's comfortably going to beat this Brook Lopez card. Let's move into the next one. So we've still got 4 people left. Okay, we've got a double. I'm going to come and use my Kemba Walker. Now there is a theory here that says I should bypass this Carmelo Anthony and kept my Kemba Walker to the end, but because I've still got 3 cards, I think I can make it through. So we will come and use an Epic Prime Pro, which guarantees to beat this DeMarcus Cousins, and then finally that is going to leave us at the top 2 cards to get through. So even if it is an Elite Pro, I have 2 cards capable of combining for about 14 to 15,000 or 15,000 pretty much in every stat, which should guarantee me the win. And there we go, got to the top of the pyramid. We get the bonus for 36 points. Now if you're playing without the hot streaks on, you get 1 point for a win, 2 points if it's a ×2 one, and obviously double points at the top of the pyramid. So the max you could get is 20 points, but that gets doubled by using the hot streaks. So yes, hot streaks are going to reduce the number of games you have to play, but as a good tactic with this, I'd suggest playing between the event and the head-to-head. So imagine you've used all your matches and you're waiting for some more bouts. Come out, play your head-to-head, use those 3, go back in, play another one of King of the Court. Once you've done that, another one of your head-to-heads will be refreshed. You can play that. You know, you can kind of rinse and repeat every 15 minutes. So if you want to come back, play an event, play head-to-head, go away, 15 minutes, come back, play head-to-head, play your event, and you can kind of don't have to be sat on the game the whole time, and you can still keep progressing, get lots of board picks that way. Good chance to try and pull some cards to get some pros and help you advance. That's what I'm hoping to do, get a few epic prime pros here, hopefully get an elite, another elite card. 2 would be great if I can during the event, and see if I can also get the rewards, the good rewards. Now let's have a look. I'm currently ranked 595. Let's come and have a look at what the rewards are for this. Now the reward structure is different to Rivals Clash, okay? So 1 to 50 you will get 2 Porzingis cards. Okay, if we have a look at this here, if you remember that Lonzo Ball card was pretty beast-like on the playmaking and secondary stat of offense. Well, we've got a beast at the offense and very good substats of defense and rebounding. So that's going to be a really good 3-way card. Playmaking is pretty weak. Power forward, so it's different to Lonzo. If you put the 2 together, you're going to have 2 cards that are pretty strong on the offense, and they will also cover up the other 3 positions pretty nicely. So there'll be a nice addition to go into that quick game or head-to-head deck. And the undercard is a foil Marc Gasol. Now I might have this card. I have to actually go and check. I'm not sure, but here's the difference. Only 500 people, not 800, will be getting the event card. As we move down 501 to 1000, we'll see you pick up a Goran Dragic epic prime foil as well as that elite foil. As we move down 1001 to 2000 is just the elite foil. If you fall outside the 2000 mark, you will get the Marc Gasol. Sorry about the mark, you know, it's just the way it works. Elite non-foil, and you walk down to the elite, the epic prime foil and epic prime non-foil afterwards. Now outside the top 20,000 we're not going to worry about too much, but this is the card a lot of people will be going for. Can you make top 500 and what you need to do? Well, I'm using hot streaks at the moment, but I don't intend to use that many after this. Given the price of the hot streaks, I think a lot of people are going to try and play it for free, and I'm hoping that to get top 500 won't be too hard, because get a power forward here would be really good. You know, any help, any kind of cards help at the moment, and that's what we're going to be going for. So let me know what you're going to be going for in the comment section below. I will try and show you guys a bit more gameplay and my progression through the event in a couple of days, but I'm going to see if I can get that top 500. It is going to be my aim. I reckon I'll be able to do it. Okay, I'm not going to make any promises here. I'm not going to sit here and say yes, definitely going to get it and then fall short, because I am working Sunday. I've got a quite busy day Sunday actually, so I'm going to have to try and get it over the course of Saturday, do most of my work, which could be tricky. One last thing that I'm going to mention as well before we leave, these tickets in the ticket store. Yes, kudos that they have been bought down. Thank you, Cac Daddy. 150 here for the ultra rare to elite chance. Myself, I think I'm going to save my tickets. Yes, I don't have many at the moment, but I'm going to save tickets until later down the line, because when a new tier comes out, the packs are going to change, and I think it would be helpful to a lot of people, if you're putting in time playing the game, to keep your tickets, and when a new tier comes out, be like, oh, guess what, I can go and get one of these packs, 2 of these packs, and potentially get a chance to get a top tier card. Yes, if you're still struggling to get to elite cards here and you're picking up tickets really easily and you're doing all your daily goals each day, I'm not saying don't use them to get those packs, because you might get a card that helps you a lot. You might pick a pro. Yes, great, go for them if you're getting them easily. If you're a bit like me and you're not always completing the goals and you've got a few cards already, I'm going to take the risk that I'll try and complete my team for the events for now and keep those tickets when the new tier comes out. That's my plan anyway. So thank you for watching, everyone. I'm going to leave a link in the description below for ShinyBaconPLays, so please go and check him out. Thank you for the support, dude. I'll be MyTyme. Take care and see you all soon.